Right. Emotional. What is your present level of ego soul integration? Are you above 20, are you above 23, 24, 24.1? No. Is it 24? No, it's not quite. 23, 23.5, 6, 7, 8. 23.7. So right now you're at 23.7. Is that right? Yes, I've made a mistake. No. And how much higher are you willing to go? Well, how much higher are
85.
you ready?
85.
How much higher are you ready and willing to go?
Kidding.
You may be ready, but are you willing?
Mhm.
Different story.
Mhm.
Um, right. Are you ready and willing to go up to 24, 24.3 more, 24.4, 24.5, 24.5? Is that right? I made a mistake. 24.5. 24.5. Okay. And what is the level that's holding you back? Is it above 5? Ooh. Is it above 2? Ooh, past life. Another past
Okay.
life. Great.
Okay.
Now that's quite interesting because Charlie said to me before that people were not really ready to go above unless they were above 30%. So have I made a mistake? No. Are you the exception? Did I make a mistake? So I made a mistake. So so to go to a past life, before I understood it to be between 30 and 50, no. So it can be lower. So what is the lowest? All the way down to 21? No, it's got to be higher. 22? No, 23. So, okay. So the minimum for which the individual is ready to work with a past life is 23? No. Is it less? No. Is it more? No. Okay. Is there a minimum to work with a past life? Ah, okay. So is this a case by case? So it depends on the individual? No. Okay. It depends on the soul. So it depends on the soul. So it's down is the soul.
Mhm.
So it's not the ego, it's the soul. Uh, Asking the wrong questions, you see.
Yeah.
So it's to do with the soul. So it's what the soul is ready for. So is this what the soul is ready for within any given lifetime? Okay. So if the soul is ready in this lifetime, is there any particular moment? No. So is this dependent on the planet? This is dependent on astrology. Okay. So it's when the soul is ready, but it depends on the timing of astrology to that particular individual. Okay, that sort of makes a sort of sense. Right. Okay, so here we are. Anyway,
Mhm.
the time is now for you. The time is now. Um, how far back are we going in time? Are we going more than 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 600, more than 610, more than 610, more than 620, 630, 640, 640 years, 641, more, 42, 43, 44, 45, 645, 46, 44, 640, 645. So we're going back 645 years. And are we talking the Americas, Europe? It's Europe. So we're talking Europe. Are we talking west, north, south, East, so East Europe, Germany. So is this in what today we would call Germany, within that region? Is this in west, east, south of that? So south of what we would call Germany today. So 645 years back, are you a man? You're a woman. What is your age? Are you more than 20, more than 30, more than 40, more than 45, 46? So you're 46 years old. So you're 46 years old. You married? Do you have children? How many? More than one, more than two, more than three, more than four, five children. So you got five children altogether. Are you happy? You're not. You're happy with your husband. You're not happy with your children. You're happy with your husband, but something about your children. Is this one particular child? Have any of your children died? No. So you have one particular child is problematic for you. How old is this child? Is it more than five? More than four? More than two? So it's over two. So the child's what? About two and a half, less, just over 2 years old. Is this a boy? It's a girl. So 2-year-old girl. Her name is Sophia. Is that right? Have I made that? Have I made that up? No, her name is Sophia. Just came to me. I don't know why. Okay, so you're unhappy with little Sophia. Is this because she's sick? Okay, this is a bit tricky. Is this because little Sophia is there anything wrong with little Sophia? No. Okay. So are you really happy? Okay, this is really tough.
I can feel it already in my body.
She's been abused by the husband. Is that no, hold on, that's not quite right. She's been abused. It's not the husband. Is it a member? It's a member of the family. Someone else is abusing her. Any of their children? It's an uncle. Is it her brother? It's an uncle. An uncle is abusing her. And she's just become aware of this. So you're 45 years old. What are your circumstances in life? Are you in a small, not so, it's a village, it's not so small a village. Is there strong religious content? No. So are you particularly religious? No. Because 600 years ago, 645, 14th century, Dark Ages. Does your brother live with you? No. So he visits. Did you just catch him? What did you do? Did you say anything? No. So you're troubled. You're troubled on behalf of Sophia. Did you understand what you saw? You did. So it's heavy in your heart. Why did you say no? Why didn't you say anything? Did you feel you felt powerless? You felt powerless. Um, are you a cultured woman? No. Um, so you're in this sort of slightly large village, almost a town, not quite a town, almost a town. Um, you care about what other people think. In fact, it's important what other people think. Um, does your brother have power? Your brother has power.
Mm.
Is that power over you? It is. Um, is he wealthy? No, he's not wealthy. Um, is he head of the family? No. Um, is he he's influential within the village? So he's influential within the village. Um, is he cultured? Is he read? No, he's as ignorant as you are. So no particular avenue in that respect. Okay. So where is this going to take us? What's this about? Is there an emotion here? We need to. What's the emotion? Is it to do with the first part, the second part? Depressed, trapped. Is to do with being trapped. Any others? No, just trapped. Okay. So you feel trapped in this situation. You've seen your brother behave indecently with your 2 little year old, and you're disturbed by this, and you are you're unable to say to him, don't say anything. What stops you from speaking with him? Are you afraid? You're afraid of him. Um, you've always been afraid of him? He's a bully. He's a bully. This is relevant. Why is this relevant? You're trapped. Are you going to die? No, you're not going to die. You're going to kill him? No. Are you going to do anything about this? No. You're going to carry this throughout your life. This emotion of being trapped, does your brother behave like this again? No. Is this so after this you don't leave little Sophia by herself whenever he's around? So it never happens again. But the emotional disturbance when you saw him do that stayed with you. And you carry this with a heavy heart through your life. Um, there's more going on here. There's other things. Is it to do with the brother? It's to do with the brother. Is that right? It is. So this is at a future time. So what we go forward in time, what 5, 10 years, we go forward 5 years, you're 55. And this is to do with the brother. You're scared of him. You've always been scared of him. Does he do something now? No, he doesn't. What happens within you? You do something. You do something to him. Is this of a violent nature? You say something, you do something. Do you do something behind his back? You do something behind his back with other people. Does your brother live long after this? No. You've set him up to be killed. He's unpopular. He is disliked. He's a bully. So he is influential, but by sheer power of being nasty, a nasty brute. You've set your brother up. You've set him up to be in a particular location where others will be waiting for him. Are you relieved? No, you're tortured by this. You do it because you are angry with him and you've never forgiven him and you fear him. And the opportunity has arisen. The others have come to you to help them, to isolate him. He's a bit of a bully in the town. He tends to carry a couple of people with him. And you've helped to isolate him for him to meet you somewhere, except it's a trap. You're not there. And you hear that he's been killed. And you're not relieved. You're now even more distraught. He was your brother after all. And you now carry it. So just to add insult to injury, you now carry a heavy heart and guilt. Do you live much longer? Another 5? So you live another 5 years. So you live up to 60 years old. Your husband's still there. Your children good. Your children are all good with you. Sophia, was she any? No, Sophia wasn't any the worse for wear. She didn't remember any of that. So your life, as far as your family was concerned, was good. But in your heart, you were troubled. And you became unforgiving to yourself. You die in bed. No violence. Is this what we would call old age? No. Malnourishment. You die from malnourishment. Your diet wasn't sufficient. So you wore out quicker than you would have. It was an acceptable age at in those times to die of. It was quite normal. Okay. So the relevance to Astrid.
I know the relevance.
Pardon me?
I know the relevance.
Do you? Well, no, I don't want the relevance in the present just yet. Thank you, but I don't want the relevance right now in the present. We're still in the past.
Okay.
Do we need to go? No, we don't need to go to the present just yet. Forgiveness. Is it because you need to forgive your brother? You do. But at what point do we take this up? Are we talking at the deathbed? No. So we went forward 5 years before the death. Is that the time? Is this after he's been killed? Okay, after he's been killed. All right. So we have the scene, and I want you to be her. She's 55 years old. She's arranged for her brother to be killed. Well, she didn't actually arrange it, but she became part of the group dynamic so that he would be killed. So she, what's the word, betrayed him. She betrayed him because of her own emotional state, because of her past. And she's wrecked with guilt. And I want you to be her now and take on board her suffering, her internal suffering of everything that she's experienced at the hands of her bully brother and what she experienced with her precious daughter. Sophia was her favorite. So it was particularly painful to her to see that. So be her, and the deed has been done, and she's just heard he's dead. But instead of feeling relief, she's now gripped, torn with having betrayed him, having been responsible, the guilt of it. And she's in this limbo place between one and the other, between her justification. He deserves it. He was a shit. He was bad. And he was my brother. He is my blood. She's confused. And she's guilt-ridden. Experience that in your body, that tension of that conflict. And what she needs right now is forgiveness. And she can't forgive herself because she's so torn. As you experience what it's like to be her, allow this part of you that is capable of love from the present to go back to her then. And somehow, with your empathy, imbue her with this sense of forgiveness that she did what she had to. Not just for her, but for the benefit of the village. Is that right? Yes, it is right. It's for the benefit of the village. He was a thorn on the village's side. So it's not about justification, it's about understanding.
Mm-hmm.
You did what you had to. When you feel you're making headway, let me know. I don't expect you to totally succeed right now. We'll be moving forward to the time of her death soon. But
it softens.
yeah.
It softens.
You softened her. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. We're going to move forward now to her deathbed. And now she's dying. And I want you to be there by her side, holding her hand. Her children are around. The husband's not. The husband isn't around. He's away somewhere. But the children are around, and she lights her eyes on Sophia, and suddenly she remembers. She has the pang of what she saw when Sophia was a 2-year-old little girl. And again, that inner grief comes up. And somehow comfort her. And it's really important that she dies with love in her heart, not grief or loss or anger or guilt. She's desperate for forgiveness, and she's not able to forgive herself. You're going to have to do that for her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How are you doing? Surround her with your love. Get that sense that her soul is there, it's present, awake to the event. And as that happens, see her die. Let her die with an awake soul that knows where it is and what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. You can let her go now, and we're going to come back to the present. Now, now is the time to share what you believe it's all about. What did it remind you of? Breathe. Breathe into your lower abdomen. Let your pain go all the way down to your lower abdomen. That's it. Breathe deeply. Breathe the pain. Let it flow through you. Relax your heart. Deep breaths. Stay connected. Can you verbalize this? Can you verbalize what's going on for you?
Yes. It's about abuse in my in the, in, in in the family. And at first it's my older sister. She is abused by two of the neighbor boys, and I at that time when then that's happening, I came in a situation in which I saw what happened there, and um, later on there was abuse with her and my father. My father abused, and yeah,
Okay. All right, you don't need to say anymore. So there's a relationship here. We can see that of what did you do with that information in yourself?
I I worked on the impacts when confronted with my sister and the two neighbor boys. But with my father, I never did
You've
anything.
carried that inside you.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was silenced in the family, never spoken about, and yeah, it was devastating for everyone. So, yeah,
Okay. Well, there's nothing we can do about it.
I know.
Um, apart from you giving yourself that same empathic understanding that you gave to your past self. Try it now. Just go into your past, see yourself, focus on your lower abdomen, see yourself in previous times when you became aware of this, the years went by, you grew up, you carried this inside you like a leaded weight in one corner of your psyche. And see yourself with that same level of compassion you were able to give your previous self. Allow all the images of all the times that it has come to the fore in your mind or out there, and
There's there's some feeling of guilt that that's blocking me from holding me.
okay,
Or
that's fine.
I feel
So,
guilt.
well, experience your guilt now. See, even the guilt you've put to one side, it's uncomfortable, but it doesn't go away. So make a choice now, a conscious choice to experience your guilt. So allow yourself, what is it like to be really guilty in yourself? Think of your past self, how guilty she was. Think of your present lifetime, how guilty you've experienced yourself to be. And experience that as a tension. Is that clutching your heart? Is it clutching your middle?
It's my heart.
Well, experience that and make it strong. On a scale of 1 to 10, make that tension 100. Really build it up and keep throwing logs in the fire of all the times when you've experienced that guilt in the past, and put it to one side just to survive, to keep going. But now do it consciously. Build it up. Let that tension become overpowering, and the way that it crunches your heart up, and the only answer is to go dead inside, to go numb. But do it differently this time.
Oh,
Be really guilty. This is your choice now. You're going to experience guilt consciously.
oh,
Stay
oh.
there, stay there, stay there. Keep breathing. Keep breathing into your belly. Keep breathing into your belly. Keep allowing that tension to flow through you. It'll build, but it flows. It builds, but it flows. Stay there. Stay there. See your previous self. See your compassion for her. She was tortured, and yet you were able to experience compassion for her. Begin to experience compassion for you,
Yeah.
for your suffering. The scar will never go away. It doesn't stop you from being compassionate to yourself.
Yeah. I can feel it now.
Okay. This little girl is in your lower abdomen. Put your arms around her, surround her. Focus on your compassion from your heart to flow down towards her. Let your heart be a torrent of love for her, of understanding. Accept she's damaged. She's damaged goods. She will always be damaged goods. It doesn't stop you loving her. Okay. Now, interestingly enough, you don't need to forgive anyone
I know.
apart from yourself.
Mm.
Okay. Forgive yourself. You did the best you could to survive life.
Yeah.
Yeah. But more than that, you had to go through this. Horrible as it sounds, you had to go through all of this so that your heart may now open. It takes extreme experiences to help us to really go up beyond the clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What is your present level? Are you up to 24.5? Are you going any higher now? Okay. So that was really well done. That was very intense, and you stayed with it.
Sorry?
That was very well done because it was very painful, and yet you experience your pain.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yeah.
grow with it. Okay.
Yeah. But I feel it's okay. There is there is this softness. There is this kind of holding space for myself.
Okay.
So it's okay.
So every night when you go to bed, when you go to sleep,
Yeah.
remember this and
Yeah.
spend a few minutes with that warmth, that softness, to this younger you.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I love you. I'm here for you.
Yeah.
Just reassure her
Mm.
and really allow your love to flow for her, your warmth,
Yeah.
your softness. Reinforce this for at least 6 weeks. All right.
Mm-hmm. All
Is
right.
there anything else we need to do today? No. Are we finished? We are. We're finished for now. When would it be useful for us to meet again? Within a couple of weeks. So a couple of weeks from now, we'll come together again.